Hi, my name's Heather, and I'm joined with Angela and Laura, and we are on to answer all your questions about the Christmas uh, game plan workshop that we have next week. So thank you to everybody to for sending us all your questions to all our socials. Thank you to Laura for bringing the festive vibe with your Christmas jumper.
Not gonna lie, I'm sweating.
I
That's
feel like
that.
Angela, you and I with our black tops have to make a better effort next week. So expect
Definitely.
Christmas trees and all the tinsel. Um, So we'll have, hopefully you'll have seen on one of our socials the video we put out this week that tells you what's included in the workshop. But we thought it'd be really good to go through and answer all the questions that we got. If you are humming and hawing with the right workshop for you, hopefully this will answer it. So I have all the questions up behind me. So if I look off to the left or my left, it's just because I'm reading the questions. So first up, Angela. We got a question in. Is this going to be just another social media strategy workshop?
No. So obviously I love social media, it's brilliant, but it is just one piece of the puzzle. So at the workshop, we will be showing you how to connect with your audience, how to look back at your sales, how to know what you need to be doing this year, and then how to connect it all together. So how to connect your socials, your email, your events, any ads, and how to make sure everything works together. So it's not just about what to post and how many times to post. It's much more about smarter planning.
Excellent. And Laura, is it all marketing?
No, it is a mixture of different things. There's a lot of logistical stuff that comes into play to make sure that you are ready for a big Christmas rush, which we're all planning and aiming for this Christmas. So, logistical evaluation, there's a right good mixture of marketing and sales. I feel like with this game plan and all of our areas of expertise, we're ticking every box when it comes to having the most profitable Christmas yet.
Perfect. And what if people are a service-based business and don't have a Christmas offer, Angela?
That's okay. Doesn't matter if you're a service-based business because at some point in the year you will likely have an offer. You might choose to be pre-Christmas. You might have like a January peak, so post-Christmas you might then, pick up some of the footfall from that. So you can plan that through using this game plan workshop. But it's applicable really for any launch period. Like you can use it throughout the year. And also you might have a service that feeds into someone who does have a big launch. So if there is another, say there is like a product-based business who has like a massive peak for festive buying, it might be that you provide a service that that business owner needs. So it's how can you then tailor your services and how do you make sure people know about that so that they're getting that at the right time as well.
Yeah, and it's hard, isn't it? I mean, as a service-based business, it's hard to come up with ideas. So people aren't on their own. We are here to support you and brainstorm and help you find that offer. And even if you tweak the offer after the workshop, at least you have the strategy to work through in the run up to Christmas.
Yeah. And then people obviously, I obviously talk all the time about social media, but I did get a question, Heather, for you. What can I do to market my business away from social media?
Well, this is something that I love because as much as like you, Angela, I love social media. There is so many other avenues to market, and social media is not always enough any time of the year, particularly with the noise coming up to Christmas. So we'll be covering lots of stuff, including emailers, events, markets. There's tons of different options we'll go through. So we will start with the whole analysis of where your customers actually buying from, and that will help to pinpoint where people should be marketing. And we will do a lot of stuff on social media because that is important, but it also allows us to really hone into the right message to the right people. And then we can use that in order to go on and look at other options as well for marketing. So that's a brilliant question because, yeah, social media is not enough at any time of the year, especially not Christmas. So looking forward to covering that as well.
Mhm.
Um, so I've got a question here, Angela. So I'm usually fully booked anyway. So why do I need this workshop?
Well,
I wish
first of
I was
all,
fully booked at Christmas.
Oh,
Congratulations for
on
being fully
yourself.
booked. You're
Love it.
doing really well already. But the biggest thing I think is when we are fully booked and when we're really busy, we kind of then get caught up in everything, like, and get caught up in just the present day to day of doing what we have to do. And then we forget to market our business because we think we don't need to, and we forget to look forward. And then all of a sudden, the fully booked is no longer fully booked. So we'll talk about building a pipeline and we'll talk about like other add-on offers. So if you've got customers, for example, you've got a summer peak, like how do you take those customers you've just had through your doors or through your business in the summer and make them customers for the winter and beyond, because you want a pipeline that sees you through the whole year. It's not just for Christmas. So yeah, that's really important that you continue to build a pipeline, I think, and we'll talk about that on the day.
Fab. And Laura, I've got a good question here. I don't have time to plan. Won't this just add to my workload?
That is a good question because I've seen it come on under some of the comments of some of our promo posts as well. The good thing about this workshop is that we have put implementation time throughout the whole workshop. So after every learning, you've actually got the time to take action on it in your business because we're well aware that everybody is so busy. And sometimes when you leave a workshop, you've got great intentions and you don't actually put it into play. So we're going to give you the time to plan. But also, we feel as though this type of workshop is working on your business, not in your business. I was like, what's the way around there? And actually, it's essential to do things like this because if you're in the trenches, you'll get to November, you'll get to December, and then you'll think, why did I not do anything? This is really strategic time that's going to drive your business forward. And as Angela said there, you're looking into next year. If you're building the community, connecting with your clients, everything that you do on the run up to Christmas is going to serve you next year. So actually, this planning time discerns whether you're looking to make a really profitable time at Christmas and beyond.
Yeah, and I think there's a reality that if you want a successful busy time, be it Christmas or other peak times, the work needs done anyway. So this just allows you to do it in plenty time in the right environment with the support there as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had a lot of members as well talking about worrying about adding to the noise at Christmas. And is anyone even listening? What do you think about that, Heather?
Well, I think that the noise is going to be there, and if you leave it last minute, then you will get lost in the noise. And I think that's for all of us is the main or one of the main purposes in this workshop that if you are pre-planning, then you can make sure that you are avoiding the noise, that you are visible before the noise kicks in, or that if you're doing it advertising beforehand in whatever format you choose to do it, then by the time the noise has got there, you're just reminding people you're there. They've had those touch points in the run up to it. So I think that's really important. Um, because it is easy to get lost. I mean, how many emails and posts do we all see on Black Friday? Now, actually, I will have the proper stats for the workshop, but something like 70% of Christmas shopping is done before Black Friday. So when you have that crazy noise, it's during like from the end of November into December, you've already lost 70% of potential buyers.
Yeah,
So actually, like, that shouldn't be too much of a worry if you are working on the stats. And if you think about it, we're now, well, this Friday's going to be payday for most
yes.
people. So September, October, you've only actually got two paydays from this workshop until 70% have bought their Christmas presents. It's only two paydays. So if you don't pre-plan now, you will get stuck in the noise.
And that's why we've picked this date,
Yeah.
1st of September, ideal date.
Yeah, and I think that's comes on nicely to the next question that I haven't even been thinking about Christmas. It feels too soon. Um, is this too soon? Is it worthwhile, Angela?
No, it's not. I mean, people who have seen my socials or who listen to me, even people in my family, don't like me talking about Christmas. But I spent over 20 years in retail, and this time of year, like we started in that environment, our Christmas plans were started in June and July. So And I don't know who else has been, I know we've got service businesses that we're talking to as well, but if we talk about product-based businesses for a second, if anyone has been in the shops this week, there are Christmas products out there already. So
Yep.
big brands on the high street tend to put some products out to get feelers. So they'll put some products out around September time, kind of end of August, beginning of September. It's like, how do the sales on that go? And then that means they can go back and buy more if they've been successful or tweak things. But like we talked about earlier, if you're somebody who's feeding a business who has that peak, then you need to be ready for that as well. But for me, Christmas is never starts too early because of the financial planning, be that the budget for shopping or as a business owner, like the where I'm putting my budget for the next kind of quarter and what I'm investing in. But also life gets so busy. Like
Yeah.
we are all mums, and anyone with kids or a family, like everything else layered on top, you're running your business, but you're possibly juggling a job at the same time. You're also juggling everything else for life at Christmas time. So for me, no, planning is like my superpower. I love planning forward for it. So we want to share those tools, tell you how you can do that so that it doesn't feel like it's too soon, but it also doesn't feel like it's too late because the last thing you want to do is wait till Halloween's passed and by the 1st of November, everywhere is full Christmas, and that's when that noise kicks in. So if you plan it now, then it's being
I
more
kid
strategic.
you not, I saw an Easter egg in one of the shops recently.
No,
So
that's
that is planning for you. So if you're worried about Christmas, some people are planning Easter already. And as when you said about retail being June or July, I remember after in hospitality, after Christmas is finished, you're planning in January and then you're hosting mock Christmas parties in June. It was mental.
I
But
actually
you
have a
get the
client, yeah, I have a hospitality client, and they are fully booked for
yeah, yeah,
Christmas
you should be by
Day.
this point. A lot, apart from those quiet
Brilliant.
dates, peak
Yeah.
dates should be full by now. Or that was always the aim. So one last question, Laura. I've never really planned my Christmas marketing before. Is the workshop for me?
Absolutely, because you'll go into this year feeling not overwhelmed, not like you've missed out on opportunities and sales and an opportunity to grow. You'll go in feeling like you've got your strategy in place, you'll feel confident, and you'll have it all planned, as we've said, before the noise hits. So, if you've not done anything before for Christmas, this is going to be a revolutionary Christmas for you if you come to this workshop, because it's going to be a whole different time for you in your business.
Yeah. Right. I think that's all the questions. Just round the table, give us a couple of bullet points. Actually, you've got the fear because we haven't practiced
No,
this, but
like accidents.
give us a few bullet points of what you're covering. So on the workshop, basically, the three of us take an hour each, then we have time to implement, and then we have lots of time for eating and coffee, and then lots of time at the end to chat and discuss stuff. So we're all covering different things. So I kick off with the real logistics around analysing where business is for Christmas, last Christmas, where your customers shop, where they find you. We're looking at things like um, what do you need to do for your website? Where are your suppliers coming from? What are your backups, etc.? So we look at I suppose all the boring bits, but that are so essential, but it's the bits that everybody skips by because you want to get to the marketing. So we
Yep.
will start with that core fundamental necessities before we get on to um, the more fun bits, I guess. So Laura, you're up after me.
So, yeah, I'm going to be looking at who's actually buying your product because at Christmas you will have your ideal client still, but you're also going to have gift buyers who you're looking to target with your messaging as well. Going to be looking at how you build the buzz with your customers and give that community feeling, be it on any platform that you're targeting your customers on. It's about how to connect with them, and the connection content will also help cut through that noise. We will also be looking at offers and upsells. We'll be looking at that kind of like most valuable player pyramid about how you can take someone from your offer and then take them up to everything else that you're buying throughout the year as well. And how to turn your customers into cheerleaders as well. How can you get some user generated content to help you push what you're selling at Christmas, but getting it out in advance of Christmas happening too. We'll also be looking at things like collaborations and events as well.
It's a lot to squeeze in 1 hour. Angela, then over to you after lunch.
So yeah, as you said, Heather, you've like built the foundations and the building blocks with the sessions through yourself and then with Laura, because actually the social media and the other elements of the marketing end, you can't do them effectively if you haven't done the other bits first. So yes, we'll talk a bit about social media, but we will go beyond that. So we'll look at that kind of customer journey. So you touched on website, like Laura's talked about the community. So how does that all join through on what is then visible to the customers? So be that your social media platforms, be that paid for ads, or where does email marketing fit in? What tools can you use to like make those things more efficient, make sure they're all joined up, and then also all of us will be talking about when the right time is to do these things. So we will look at like a calendar and, we'll talk through if you were taking this one product from, kind of launch to completion, like what does that look like? When do you have to message? How should you message? If you were going to do paid ads, where would you slot them in? So kind of we're building up all the layers through the whole day so that when you leave, you've got like the different layers of your business of what to do, when to do, why you want to do it, that kind of thing.
And then after that, we'll touch just quickly on the other avenues to market and sell at the end as well. So you have this is full rounded picture and diary. And then what other stuff can you slot in as well to really maximize it? And then you have all of us for probably, if timings go right, a good half hour, 40 minutes just to quiz us and answer questions. And it is a lot we're going to try and get through, but we do have time after each of our sessions to implement it as well. And for us, that's really important that it's implemented as well as you're not just sitting there listening. So the final thing on this update is we have new ticket launch today. It is now on sale and we're doing an online ticket as well. So we appreciate that coming face to face all day as much as we all prefer that. There is a need for an online ticket too. So we'll be streaming it through Zoom on the day. You can buy a ticket at £40 and then it means as well we can record everything and everyone can get a copy of that too. So even if you can't make it the day, if you buy your online ticket, you will get a recording at the end of it.
Amazing.
Laura, Angela, have we missed anything? I think we've covered all the questions we have in. Anything else you want to cover?
I think it's worth flagging that they get a lunch as well. Our
We
lovely
do
guests
get a lunch.
get to enjoy a lovely lunch at Maison by Glass Shoe. Food in there's amazing, and there'll be tea and coffee throughout the day as well. So we'll make sure that you're well energized
Yep.
for all the strategy and planning too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also just if you're not doing this, like what are you doing? Because we will be sitting there on Christmas Eve with a wee Baileys and a mince pie, having had a fantastic season and looking into a planned January. And are you going to be with us?
Yep. And
Or-
expect some tinsel and some Christmas treats.
Yes.
Excellent. Thanks, ladies, for coming on today. Hopefully, we answered everybody's questions. You can put in the comments any other questions you've got, and we'll come back to you. And we hope to see you all next Monday.
Woohoo!